Hi everyone, welcome back into this week's my weekly CBS Fix. This week's parsha is Habracha, the last parsha in the Torah. We make a siyum on the Torah. We finish the entire Torah, so we start over again, back to Bereshis in the beginning. Today is the great holiday of Hoshana Rabbah, in which Hashem sealed us for sure in the book of life, hopefully by all of you. Tonight and tomorrow is the holiday of Shmini Atzeres. Follow the next day by Simchas Torah. There's a lot packed into a small amount of time, so how wealthy we are, how fortunate we are to be able to have all these holidays, and the themes of these holidays is Man Simchaseinu, the time of our rejoicing, and as we mentioned in the past, going from Yom Kippur, from Rosh Hashanah, in a clean slate, and now into this holiday, there's no greater happiness. So in Vizos HaBracha, I want to share two ideas with you on the parasha. So first, the Torah says, Vayomar, and Moses said, Hashem Mesinai Ba, Hashem came from Mount Sinai. Now, what does that mean? It means Hashem came from Mount Sinai to the Jewish people. What does that mean he came from there? So the Medrash says that first, before Hashem offered the Torah to the Jewish people, he went around to all the other nations of the world. Hey guys, you want to accept my Torah? I got this amazing book over here, you guys want it? They said, well, what does it say in it? So Hashem said to some of the nations, it says, you're not allowed to murder. And they said, we can't accept that. Our forefathers were given a blessing that by the sword you shall live. And then Hashem went to other nations in the world. Hey guys, you want the Torah? And they said, well, what does it say in there? And they said, well, you can't steal. And they said, that's impossible, because our forefathers said to us that v'yad kol adam bo, that our hand is in everything. And so therefore theft is our life. Ultimately, Hashem came to the Jewish people, and the Jewish people didn't ask any questions. If Hashem is offering something, they were going to take it. Nasiv and Ishma. They said, we will do and we will listen. So, what I want to share with you is that the Talmud continues and says, they said in the future, when all the nations are going to come to get their reward, Hashem says, let all the nations that come and think that they should come and get reward, let them come. And one of them, and they're going to say, hey Hashem, it's not fair. If you had given us this mitzvahs to do, if you gave us commandments to do, we would have accepted them as well. So Hashem said, oh yeah, let me see. So Hashem gave them the mitzvah of Sukkah. As you see over here, we're sitting in the Sukkah. Here are the walls. Up there, the schach, the word Sukkah comes from the word schach, which is a covering. Let me see if I can tilt the camera up so you can see it. See the mat? Okay, so that's the schach. That's the mitzvah. It's got to be made out of biodegradable material. It can't be made out of metal, silver. Hashem gave them that mitzvah. And they went into the sukkah, and it was a very, very hot day. Hashem made it very hot, and on the way out, they kicked the sukkah, and they got really angry at this mitzvah. Hashem said, you see, I gave you the small little mitzvah, easy mitzvah, the Gemara says. The Talmud says that the sukkah is an easy mitzvah, and you couldn't even keep that. How do you expect to keep 613? But the Jewish people, they kept all the Torah, and down till today, we've been keeping the entire Torah. Now, why does the Torah why does the Talmud state that Hashem says that the mitzvah of Sukkah is an easy mitzvah? It's not an easy mitzvah. It takes time to put everything up. It's expensive. It costs a lot of money. That's the same thing, right? It's expensive and it costs a lot of money. But it takes a lot of time. And to be in the Sukkah, you have to be here for 7 days. So the answer is as follows. There's a number of answers, but one answer is to actually do the mitzvah is really easy. You got to stand at your door to your house, which is right over there, and you actually got to come in. And that's it. You sit down, you make a blessing, you eat, you sleep, there's bed over there. It's really easy. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to invest. You couldn't even just go to sleep. You can come in. How many people wish it's a mitzvah to sleep? Well, guess what? In the sukkah, there's an actual mitzvah to just sleep or just eat or drink. You want to take a drink, you just got to do that in here. If you do that in here, it's so easy. Your entire body is immersed in the sukkah. It's so easy. Here we have another mitzvah. The lulav esrog. Here's the esrog. Take it out of this box. You shake it. So easy to do. Now, do we understand why to do this mitzvah? No, we don't. But that's not why we do it. We do it because Hashem gave it to us as an inheritance. Nasev and Nishma. We will do it. We will listen. We will do. And so therefore, of course, all these things have incredible meaning up in the other worlds. The Talmud actually states if we knew why we shook lulav and esrog, we would never put it down. That's how much we're doing for ourselves. And so therefore, the lesson that I want to share with you is they were kicking this sukkah on the way out, but we get so sad when we actually have to leave the sukkah. Tomorrow is the last day we sit in the sukkah. We actually have to say our prayer. And so therefore, we have to know that Hashem just wants to surround us with mitzvahs, certain mitzvahs that are easy for us to do. Take you this also. How hard is this to do? You shake it this way, shake it that way, forward, up, down, back. Not hard according to your custom, not easy. So Hashem wants to give you mitzvahs. Like we say, Ratzah Kadosh Baruch Hu L'Zakos Es Yisrael. Hashem wanted to give merit to the Jewish people, and therefore He gave them many, many mitzvahs to do. The other thing I wanted to share with you, that the Torah states a little further. It says, Torah tziva lanu Moshe, orasha kihilas Yaakov. The Torah tziva lanu Moshe, the Torah that Moses commanded us to do, is morasha kihilas Yaakov, is an inheritance, is a heritage for everybody that belongs to the Jewish people. Don't let anybody try to tell you that the Torah doesn't belong to you, because that's not true. The Torah does belong to you. The Torah is your inheritance. And as we mentioned before, the Mishnah in Pirkei Avos says that it is not inherited to you. What that means is the knowledge of Torah. Of course, you got to work at going to get it, but it is yours. It's like your bride. And if somebody comes to you when you're happily married, just walk down the aisle, just got married, and somebody says, I'm a matchmaker, I got the best person for you. What are you going to tell the person? I'm taken already. I'm good. I'm taken already. And as a matter of fact, my old Rabbi Shlomo Herbst of blessed memory, he just passed away. I used to pray by his synagogue when I lived in Flatbush. He used to always say, if you want to fight the evil inclination, what you should do is anytime he comes to tell you to do a sin, you have to just tell him, listen, I would listen to you, but I'm married already. I already told God that I'm going to listen to Him. Hashem is my first girlfriend, my first love. And so therefore, that's how we battle against the Yetzer Hara. We tell the Yetzer Hara we are already engaged, and therefore the Torah is we're like fiance over here. And so therefore, if we realize that the Torah is actually ours, and we own it, we possess it, we utilize it as if we do own it, then we can become part and parcel with the Torah. We become one with the Torah. We can become one with Hashem. We become one as a Jewish nation. And that is what the holiday of Simchas Torah is all about, to realize that you should be rejoicing with the Torah. You should be so thankful. You should be so excited. You should be so full of pride and admiration for your own self and for your other Jewish brothers and sisters, that what we have, that Hashem gave it to us. Even though Hashem offered it to the other nations of the world, ultimately Hashem gave it to us, and we said Na'aseh v'nishma. So that is how we rejoice with the Torah. Mitzvahs like this, and mitzvahs are sitting in the sukkah that are so easy for us to do, and it's impossible for us to comprehend all the reward that we will get for doing this in the world to come. Of course, that's not necessarily why we do it, but that's the reason why we do it. We want to get rewarded. We want Hashem to reward us in the world to come. But right now, what do we want? We want that relationship with Hashem. We want to know that we are doing the will of Hashem, and we want Hashem to know that we are interested in doing His will. So I wish you a wonderful year. Hopefully we'll continue having classes like this together. And Hashem should bless you all with a sweet life, a Torah life, and a life of knowing that you are doing the right thing. Have a great Shabbos. Have a great Yom Tov. Thank you for listening.